What's up and welcome to another episode of It's Tipp Topp Fishing. My name is Keaton Ditchfield and this is the full review of the Rippton Bite Keeper bite alarms. Let's get to it. At first impression, the Rippton Bite Keepers, you open the box and they come in a lacquer little hard case. This is the 3+1 combo, but they come in a 2+1, a 3+1 and 4+1 set. So you've always got one of these receivers with your alarm set. They are compact, and I mean super compact. I mean Doc's Micron tiny, which is super great, super snug, and they fit anywhere. The Bite Keepers are super simple to use with an on-off switch on the side. And then on the front it has a volume, tone and sensitivity button. Your volume has 7 settings from mute to 120 decibels, or that's what it says in the app. The tone has 7 settings ranging from low to high, with talks of a possible new tones coming out with software updates, and that's possible, not confirmed. But wouldn't it be cool if you could do a customizable tone for your alarms? Wouldn't it be fun? You could record your own one, so it would sound like this. Then you have the sensitivity settings. It's also got 7 settings going from 3 millimeters of movement, which look like this. When it gets 7 beeps, and then with 1 beep, it goes all the way down to 112 millimeters of movement, which is a little over 11 centimeters of travel before getting your first beep. They also have a drop back bite feature where the alarm sends off a different tone with the white LED, just to let you know if you have a drop back bite. So you know what's happening without even seeing your alarms. Now in my fishing, I want alarms that can be super sensitive to the point where if I'm fishing with a zig and I'm picking up the slightest of movements, I want to know. And then I want to be able to turn the sensitivity way down to the point where if I'm in a storm or a very windy and wavy situation, then I can set the alarms all the way down so they only beep and if I got to run. So it'll let me sleep through the night, but if I've got to run, then it'll beep. So from my testing, the sensitivity range from these things is really nice. I really like it. Then let's move on to the rest of the alarms. On the top of the alarm, we have mini snag ears with customizable LEDs built in. More on those later. Then at the bottom, we have a standard 3/8 screw mount, which is the standard like pod or bank stick thread. It also comes with a little tightening rubber washer and nut. One random thing, an important thing for me for an alarm as a fisherman is, do they excite you? Like, they go beep, 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 you've got a fish, it's running like crazy, go get it? Or does it go, there's a fish, and makes you panic and get your heart racing and makes it all exciting? What type of alarm do you want? I want the ones that give me a heart attack every time they go off. And these ones sound like this. So these ones are quite nice like that. They've got a little that really get your heart pumping. And if this is close to your ear, you're really gonna cut yourself, which is quite nice. Then at the back we have a charging terminal. Yes, these little beauts have rechargeable batteries. Thank you. Oh, no longer do you get to the bank after driving for 3 hours and find dead batteries with no spares. No longer do you wake up in the morning with an empty spool from a fish that has run in the night and snagged you over 200 reeds, and all because your alarms have ran out of battery in the middle of the night and you don't have any spares. No longer do you have to buy specialized little shitty batteries that cost half the price of bloody alarms. Hallelujah! Then the batteries will last up to 15 days from a full charge. So even when you do need to charge it, which it's not that often, you can charge all 4 alarms and the receiver all at once, which is super cool. And then the alarms cable can charge all of them all at once, which is very, very clever. Yas, Rippton, yas. But if these things do reach the end of their lifespan, which all batteries do eventually, you can order them from Carpediem online and they can put in a new battery from you. The magnets on the back are there so that you can charge, and it keeps these things IP66 rated, which means they can handle any kind of rain or bad storm and still work reliably. Then we have the little receiver, which has 3 buttons on it, which has an on-off switch, which you hold down for on and off. Then if you press it twice, it mutes the alarms, but to unmute the alarms again, you have to press the alarms themselves or do it on the app. I'm not sure why it does that, but it is what it is. Then you have the mode button, which has 3 modes: tone only, vibrate only, then the tone and vibrate combined, which is nice if you want to be stealthy, or if you don't care about vibrations, or if you just want to be loud and vibratey, I don't know. Then if you hold the mode button, it turns on this tiny little light, which is really pathetic. But if you are in the dark in your bivvy, it is just enough to see your zip of your bivvy or your sleeping bag so you can get out for your fish run. So that is that light. The remote has a max range of 100 meters, but it is terrain dependent. So if you're behind 45 walls, it's not going to be 100 meters. But I've been fishing around this dam, which is about, I don't know, 120 meters by 50 meters. And when I've been fiddling around with bass, it picked up. Now, finally, the Bluetooth app. So usually I don't like apps and phones and cuck when I'm fishing, because I want to get away from all that stuff. But this little app is just good enough and just simple enough for me to actually like using it. I used it on my session now, and it's really useful. So the app is called Bite Keeper, and you can get it from the Play Store or whatever that thing is on that Apple thing that people use. Hashtag Samsung, just saying. It connects to the alarms via Bluetooth and you can individually change all the settings from your phone. So that's sensitivity, your tone, your volume, the lot. You can even customize the LED colors on the top of the alarm. So you can go from red, green, yellow, blue, or purple. And I think the purple looks super cool. You can also mute and unmute everything. So like if you're gonna go fiddle with your rods and don't want to disturb your neighbors, mute the lot from your phone, beep, and then fiddle, 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 and then unmute it when you're done. Now, why would you need an app? Well, firstly, just picture the situation. It's bucketing down with rain. You are warm, dry, and cozy in your bivvy, but your alarms are set to a sensitivity that's too sensitive, so they're beeping like crazy all the time, unnecessarily. You can just whip out your phone, turn down the sensitivity on your alarms, and stay dry. Easy. Or if you are trying to find your receiver for some reason, and you know this thing is small, okay? This thing's bloody tiny. So if you're trying to find it in your bivvy and you can't find it, you just turn on the light like that, and it makes a little beep, and you can find it. And then when you found it, you turn it off. Silly little things. It makes a difference. So to be honest, it's not necessary to have an app with your alarms, and you're not going to use it that much, but it's a very nice to have, if you know what I mean. It makes using the alarms from great to even better. So my overall review on these guys. The only downsides I found on these alarms, which number one was the fact that it's a little bit soft for my liking. I like an alarm that can shake the walls, it's so loud. But you've always got the receiver on you, so it doesn't actually matter because you've got the receiver. So the snag gears are not the biggest. So if you are fishing in a situation where you are on a very tight snaggy dam and you've locked up everything, then the snag ears aren't the best, but that's easily fixable because there are plenty of aftermarket snag ears that you can buy pretty cheaply, and that'll solve the problem. What do I think of them other than that? I think they're fantastic. I think they're really awesome. I love how simple they are to use. I love the rechargeable batteries, genius. I love that they are relatively loud, but they're not that loud, but you can have the receiver, which is 100 meters range, which is awesome. They are super compact, which is very nice. They're also super sensitive and super non-sensitive, which is very nice. I like the app. I like the changeable colors. So if I'm feeling in a purple mood or feeling in a yellow mood or red mood, or I just want to match them, like I've got blue swingers, I can match the alarms to my swingers that I already have. And overall, they're fantastic alarms. I really think they are, they've taken alarms to the next step, which is very nice. Well done, Rippton, for the Bluetooth and the rechargeable battery. And yeah, overall, fantastic alarms. Really, I would be happy to spend my own money on these. So if you want to pick up a set of your own of these Rippton BiteKeeper alarms, go to carpediemonline.co.za. They come in the 2+1, 3+1, 4+1. The guys at carpediemonline.co.za are really awesome, and they are really helpful, and they sell everything from baits to batteries to some of the best bait boats in the world, in my opinion. So yeah, make sure to check out them at carpediemonline.co.za. Link is in the description. So that's it for this episode of It's Tip Top Fishing. Please comment and let me know what you would like from the next generation of bite alarms. It'll be quite interesting to see what guys come up with. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Till next time, tight lines, guys. Rippton BiteKeeper, customizable. They are built the BiteKeepers. You're not confirmed. So no longer do you wake up in the morning with an empty spool from a fish that has run in the night and snagged you over 200 reeds on a very tight dam, waiting for an aeroplane. Waiting for the aeroplane. Flight 27 landing from Lanseria Airport, because we are here at Brookwood Trout Farm. Brookwood Trout Farm is a very, very nice venue. You can come fly fishing on the top 3 dams, or at the bottom dam. You can fish for all kinds of things, which is very nice. I saw bass, I saw kerper, barbel, and there are nice carp in here. There are carp I've seen 9 kilos with my own eyes, but probably even bigger. Airplane, are you gone now? Please go away. Okay, it's good enough. We can continue.